Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Lockdown Browser for an assessment or a test or a quiz. You'll need to do this on the iPad on Safari or Chrome. I just checked the app and you do not have this function, just like we know applies to many of the features that are in Schoology. So make sure that you try to set up Lockdown for an assessment in an actual browser. If you're on a desktop, you won't have any problem. So every time what you'll do is in this left side menu here, you'll click Lockdown Browser, which will then pull up a list of all of the assessments, tests, and quizzes that you have in your course, whether they're published or not. So it's your master list, if you will, of everything. This is a course that I taught last year, so you see I have a lot in here. What you'll do, I'll use this Mice and Men one right here that's not yet set up. You click this downward facing arrow, you click Settings, and you change this first box to the second one, which says require Lockdown Browser for this exam. You always want to click Advanced Settings. You want to check the first two under that sub menu. The first one is what keeps them in lockdown for the duration of the exam. So if you don't check that, they're going to be able to leave, which undermines the entire point of lockdown. They can look stuff up online and what have you. The second one is what permits them to take the assessment on their iPads. So that would be a roadblock if you don't check that one. Okay, so make sure you have both of those, and then the first one, you just change the first little circle to the second one. You have to hit save and close. And one of the things that's a little bit frustrating about this is if you have linked sections, you have to do this for every single section that you have. You see I'm toggling there from CMod to AMod, and you see none of these up top are set up for lockdown. This also would apply if you set up an assessment, you enable lockdown, and then you copy it to another course of yours or a colleague's course. It's not going to transfer over the lockdown setup. So that's one of the mildly annoying parts about this, the fact that you have to do this literally for every single assessment, for every single mod. So just make sure that you're careful and you give yourself time to do this in advance. It's not something I would recommend doing at the start of the period.